Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Emily. Welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a really exciting unboxing. It's actually a very well overdue unboxing, but since this is a Valentine's weekend, I will be unboxing Draculaura from her G3 birthday line. I've actually had this doll sitting in my house for ages, and I haven't unboxed any dolls in a very long time. So I thought I would start off working through my pile of dolls that I need to share with you guys with this Draculaura, since it is Valentine's weekend, so I felt like it was an appropriate one to start with. This Draculaura came out, I believe, last year. It was the G3 version of doing the Sweet 1600. And yeah, I'm going to talk you through the entire front of the box. Then I'll talk you through the back of the box. Then we will unbox her, discuss all her pieces. And yeah, G3 has been a very exciting doll line. I've enjoyed so far the most the 3 dolls that I've had so far. So I've bought 3 dolls from G3 so far. I'm very fussy with what dolls I buy. But I do appreciate G3. I'm not a G3 hater. I love the new diverse bodies. I love some of the redesigns. Some of the redesigns I don't like as much, but Draculaura's I like because it's a very cohesive color scheme. The thing that I don't gel with some of the color schemes is it's too cutesy or it's too colorful, and I kind of like a little bit more of a muted and cohesive color palette for my Monster High dolls. So this one definitely suits like my kind of interests in a Monster High doll. I've really enjoyed seeing a lot of Draculaura's new releases, and I knew that it was likely that I'd eventually get a Draculaura doll. And so from all of the G3 releases so far, I think that this one has spoken to me the most. She has had a lot of really good releases though. I feel like Draculaura in this variant, she's really, really cute, and I love so much of the heart details they've been putting into her. She's so cutesy. I'm a pink girl at my heart. Like, you can tell by my room, I love the cutesy vibe. And, you know, I'm an adult that collects dolls. So there is like, you know, an appreciation for the very like over the top cutesy vibe that she has going. I love the symmetrical kind of vibe. She usually has like a symmetrical pigtail hairdo. And I really like that they have made her more petite in the G3 version. I feel like it's a bit more accurate to how Draculaura is as a character. It just really suits her. And they've made her a little bit curvier as well, which I also think suits Draculaura as a character. I don't know, she just looks really cute like this. Now, this doll I originally saw in the, not promo releases. It was like the prototypes that they'd put out, that like there was rumors of that they were going to make this doll. I'm sorry, I just can't stop looking at the camera, and it's like all my broken hairs in one section. The broken hair from the back of my head and the broken hair from the front of my head's all like in one length, and then there's the rest of my healthy hair, and I just can't stop looking at all my broken hairs. Give me a second, I'm just gonna get that a brush. It's driving me nuts. My hair obviously has been many colors. It's been every color of the rainbow so far except for purple, and purple's the next color. So you know, it's been through a lot, but still hanging on. It actually is like pretty decent quality considering how much I've put it through. It does still feel like hair if I do the Pheno hair mask. But obviously you can tell I've cropped a lot of damage from all the things I've done to it. Anyway, let me chuck that away so I don't have to think about it so much. Yeah, I really like the new style of Draculaura is what I'm saying. I'm not a G3 hater. The 3 dolls I have existing from G3 are the new style of Laguna Blue, now that she's Laguna and she's pink. So I got the signature style, the original one that came out of her. I got the first release of Venus, so like the original Venus, and I also got the original Jennifer Long, who looks stunning, and I've been meaning to boil wash her hair. But anyway, those are the 3 others that I have, but none of the like core girls really spoke to me, or core ghouls I should say, because Frankie's non-binary now. But anyway, none of the core ghouls spoke to me as much in their original release, but Draculaura finally had a doll that really jumped out at me, and I just couldn't not get it. I also really love Sweet 1600 in the G1 variant, so I was like, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to get this one. She's so cutesy and perfect. Anyway, let's talk about the front of the blister packaging. Again, I'm not such a fan of the blister packaging. I prefer a more traditional doll packaging like that they used to do for Monster High, but I know that they're going in this direction with G3. I don't know. I don't really like this packaging as much. I don't even think I should be saving it, to be honest, but I love saving parts of the packaging because the artwork is so exciting to me. I think, does Darko Dark still do the packaging? I feel like he probably does. Anyway, it says Monster High here in the G3 font with a little skull in the middle. This is like a holographic kind of iridescent font on a black background. Down here we've got a little picture. It says Scary Sweet Birthday. We've got Cupid, Draculaura, Cleo, and Frankie down here in all of their scary sweet birthday outfits. Over here, we've got Draculaura in the middle. The background is kind of like balloons that are all pink, purple, and black. Really cute. Behind here, we can see there's like a little picture. It says Draculaura's Sweet 1600 birthday. It's kind of hard to see through the box, but it's kind of behind the Monster High logo, so it's a bit hidden. Interesting that they did that. But that is like the logo that's over here as well, if you want to see it more clearly. And then on the front of the box, we can see it says Draculaura. And she's a little heart next to her name, which is so cute. Heart's like my favorite shape. I feel like it's like my icon. It's like my thing. So I love that Draculaura is like the heart doll. Oh, I was wanting to mention, I really, really love the new leaks. Actually, they've been shown at Toy Fair now. The new, what are they called? Mystic, the new like witch themed line from Monster High. The girl who is Asian, who is into hearts and love spells. I was like, I saw that doll and I was like, yes, 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 yes. She's so perfect. Pink, hearts. She's the Asian one, so she's literally me. I was so excited about that. I was like, she's me. If they'd made her Caucasian, I would have been like, she's really cute. But the fact that she's Asian, I was like, she's literally me. Also, I have to brush my lashes. How long have they been messy like that for? Who knows? That's better. My lash tech told me to brush them downwards and they'll go together right, which is true. It does work like that. I have an uneven amount of lashes because I have more lashes, I believe, on this eye than this eye, just naturally at the moment, just because of how they've shed. So this side's a little bit bolder. Anyway, that looks a bit better. Don't you reckon? Anyway, down this side, we've got a really cute little fan. Do you guys think that Draculaura is Asian in G3? I know that they made her Asian in the Monster High movie, but is she? You can tell me your thoughts. Anyway, she's got a little fan there. It's very cute. That's why I asked that, because, you know, that's what it made me think of. There's a little birthday invite, I believe, looking thing there. It's like a little picture of everyone who attended her Sweet 1600. We have a really cute Sweet 1600 heart-shaped bag that's like a little bat wing purse. Ooh, is that a gift? I'm so confused. There's like a gift sign with a question mark on it, pointing downwards. And there's like gift boxes on the background of the packaging, like that pink box and a black box. And then this is a black and pink little, it's a pink coffin with a black bow on it. And the bow itself is very bat-like. It has a heart in the center of it. It's like a little box. So maybe there is a gift on the inside. I'm not totally sure. Anyway, here's what the back looks like. So it says one something poupée. I'm like totally butchering this. 7 accessories. I'm guessing they're saying one doll with 7 accessories. Anyway, we've got Draculaura here. She's got a little crown on her head. It's on one of her pigtails. I love that she's got like high ponies. Love her bangs with like the, what is this called? Widow's peak. It really suits her. Her makeup's really pretty. I love like the very like gothic like spider web. It looks really cute. The black lip. It's very like, I don't know, it just really suits her. It's a very like, I don't want to say simple because it's not actually that simple, but like it just works very well for Draculaura. It looks natural for her. It's just like a cute little birthday glam. I love her little pink bat earrings. I wish there were a little bit more hearts incorporated into her earrings, but that's fine. She has this like plastic molded kind of collar thing, and then her dress is really nice. It's like a like birthday cake looking Disney princess looking pink dress with a black layout that has pink foil on it in like a vampy heart-shaped bat-esque damask kind of pattern. And then I love this cage that she has over the top. It's like a cobweb, but also it reminds me of icing on a cake. And I love how the corset has a little heart in the center and it curves over and up and it has little scrolls on it. What are her shoes? Oh, they're transparent. What are they? There's like bows on the front on a black heel. It's a strappy heel with a peep toe that just has like frills and swirls on it, and the actual heel itself is pink. And I can't really discern from here what the mold is of the heel, but I'm sure it'll be something cute. They're not the best heels. You know what? Original G1 Draculaura had better birthday heels. I will say that. I'll have to give these a better investigate, but the G1 Draculaura birthday cake heels, top tier. Anyway, let's talk about the back of the box. So on the back of the box, we have a little cobweb black background. We have a little what do you call this? Like a garland, string lights, but instead of it being string lights, they're little pink coffins with little black bats on them. Over here, we have a coffin shape. It's like kind of like a birthday cake where it's black with a pink outline, and then on it there's like pink icing with little pink hearts, pink lips, and but the pink hearts and pink lips all have little fangs on them, if you can see that. There's little black balls as well, little like sugar sprinkles. It says Draculaura's sweet 1600 birthday to midnight, February 14th at the Boutique Hotel. You're invited to the celebration of the century. Come dressed up in fantastic fashions and boogie shoes. Of course, they did that as like a pun. I'll just show you if you want to like read that for yourself. Hopefully it focuses. Yeah, and then it says the same thing in a couple of other languages that I cannot read. And then we have all the different characters. So we've got Cupid, Draculaura, Cleo, and Frankie, and they all are in their outfits for this line. They look really cute. The floor is like a pink checkered kind of floor. The artwork's really pretty. It's not my favorite artwork ever. Like, I know it's like the artwork they've been in for all of G3, but I still like the G1 style of art better. Not that I dislike this, by the way. I actually think it's really cute. But it's not my favorite artwork ever. Can I tell what's their shoes a bit better? No, but I can tell that, like, see her shoes here? There's like this drip coming down. So I feel like that's inspired a little bit by her original shoes. Anyway, there's a little pile of presents in the corner over here. Made in Indonesia, this one. Not sure if there are different ones between Indonesia and China, because I know in the original ones, it's a barcode, by the way. In Indonesia and China, people used to be making Mattel Monster High dolls at both of those factory locations, and people were comparing the differences between the dolls. I'm not sure if people do that for G3, but they used to do that for G1, and people would want like a China variant of Draculaura or an Indonesian variant. I'm not sure if people care like that these days. Okay, let's get into the blister packaging. I did buy this on the Big Evil Amazon because I could not find this in stores. Actually, I lie. I did not buy this at the Big Evil Amazon. I bought this at the very Australian Kmart. Go Kmart. I was in Kmart for another doll, and they didn't have it, but they had this at the time, and I was like, I'm going to treat myself. So this is the blister pack. I've just opened her up like this. I'm going to just pop out all the accessories. Oh my gosh, I didn't even mention, because I didn't even notice that under the thing. She's got her giant Sweet 1600 balloon. Duh. That's so cute. She smells quite like plastic. I'm just going to pull out some of the items, and I guess we'll talk about them as I go. The balloon's actually a very cute addition. I do miss the birthday cake. Fun fact about me, for my I think it was my 24th birthday. I think it was. For my 24th birthday, we had a really big birthday for my birthday. Like, we had a really big celebration at my apartment that I was living at the time, and I bought the full-sized Draculaura birthday cake from like a bakery that I knew of. I like get what does that even mean? I had it custom made by this bakery that's like a local one in Sydney that's kind of like close to where my ex-boyfriend used to live. And so I went there and I asked her if she could make this design. I just DM'd her and she said yes. I went and picked it up and it was literally huge. And so I had Draculaura's, like from G1, Sweet 1600 birthday cake. It was literally the 3-tier cake, like literally the whole thing. It was perfect. Like, it was so accurate to the pictures. The girl did an amazing job. That is the head baker at that cafe. I think it's called Brit's Kitchen. If you want to search it up on Instagram, she did an amazing job. I think she might have made a TikTok about it as well. But I'm not on TikTok as often, so don't quote me on that. And it's also been a long time. It was like my 23rd or 24th birthday, and I'm like 26 now. I'm just removing her from the box. I feel like this is a bit boring and you guys probably don't care to see it. I probably would show you if I could and if it was a little bit more easy, but I would rather take the time to be removing her from the box precisely and not cut any of her hair, because, you know, one moment with you guys versus a lifetime of seeing this doll with bad hair would really upset me. Anyway, we can get a clearer view of the back of the box, like the artwork background. There you go. So we've got the same kind of like garland lanterns going in the back. We've got the balloons, same cobwebs. I didn't even know that was back there. Pile of presents, Sweet 1600, and then we've got more balloons in the background with the accessories over the top. Oh, this is an invite. You're invited. Come dressed to the 13s instead of come dressed to the 9s. Is that what the gift was? That's so random. The gift is we are invited. Cute though. I guess that is like a little invite. I like that it's a little coffin shape. It's like a very cute invite. Let's talk through Draculaura's balloon first, and then we'll talk about Draculaura. But yeah, I had the hugest cake, and then I literally spent like the next like month eating it. Because I had a lot of friends over for this birthday, and so they ate a huge amount of cake. But then I had a huge amount left over, of course, because it was a massive 3-tier cake. And like, how many people do you think I'm gonna fit in my apartment? Like, maybe I had like 30 people over. And so with the rest of the cake, I put it in my freezer, and I was having cake for breakfast and dessert for ages, and it was the best. I have no regrets about spending so much on that cake because I really enjoyed it for a very long time. This is random, but it's 4+ this tall. Anyway, here's her balloon. It's transparent, so you can kind of like see through it at the back, the way they've like put the black pieces into it. But it just says, it's a heart shape with little black wings. It says 1600 on the front in this like melting kind of font. There's a spider web design on it, and there's a little bow down here that has a little bat wing design and a little heart in the middle. The heart is a little bit like a gem because it's a little bit faceted, and then there's also more detailed sculpting on the bottom of this bow. It has a little like spider web design on the bottom. It's a very detailed little bow here. That's a lot of sculpting. And then there's all this like little twisted pattern going all the way down. And I love that the piece that she holds is this swirly little heart here. Love the details on that. So that is the little balloon that she comes holding. She's a little wonky. Let me clean her up. I cannot wait to boil wash this girl. She needs a boil wash very badly. This is a bit scraggly for my preference, but her hair is very long. It's black with pink streaks. She has, I think, 2 streaks going through her hair. So there's nothing on the back, and I will not be removing from this hairstyle. I'm going to clip these off camera so I can like spend some time making sure they're absolutely perfect. But she has 2 pigtails, they're high pigtails, and she has 2 pink streaks going through the majority of her hair. So one there and one there, and it kind of creates a heart shape because it's like that, but like there. Do you know what I mean? So I love the way that her hair streaks are being placed, and they combine in her ponytail because they both meet at the same strand, and then it's like one strip of pink through each ponytail, which is really cute. It looks really scraggly right now though, so she definitely needs a bit of a boil wash and a brush, but I want to try and keep her in these like pretty tight pigtails. I think they look good, and I like when they come with the factory elastics because those always seem to last longer. She has a pink bow in her hair, which is really cute. It's kind of like a crown. I love the crown on the OG G1 Draculaura, so I feel like this is inspired by that. I kind of wish the bow was on both sides and the crown was only on one. That would really do it for me. If she had like a crown and 2 bows, that would be like extra cute. I love the poof on her original G1 character. This kind of makes me want to go and buy the G1 doll, but probably costs a lot of money these days. Anyway, I should research it because that used to be one of my Grail dolls, but then I ended up never getting it because Monster High kind of boomed again, and then things became very expensive. I love her fringe. It's quite stiff. There's quite a bit of gel in this, as you can see, and I love how there's like quite a bit of streaks evenly placed through the fringe. I love the kind of widow's peak that she has on the fringe, and even the fringe itself, it doesn't like come like a straight fringe. It angles and then it angles. Like there's an angle into the fringe, and then her fringe is angled again. It has this point at the bottom. Her brows are black. Her eyeshadow is kind of like a grey colour. It's got a darker grey on the bottom in the crease and then a lighter grey on top. She doesn't have anything in particular in her inner corners. Her skin is a normal pink kind of skin. It's not like shiny or like it doesn't have sparkles on it. There's actually no shimmer on her eyeshadow at all. She has long lashes on the top and the bottom of her eye, and underneath the bottom of her eye there's a little bit of a smudgy purple shadow coming out. She has pink cobwebs on both cheeks coming down from her eyeshadow, but it's a little bit subtle, like it's not too much. It doesn't look like, if they'd done it in black or something, it'd be quite dramatic, but from a distance you can't even see it until you're looking at her up close. I feel like it's kind of blends into her a little bit, so it's a bit more subtle. They didn't go for a contrasting color. She has a black heart on her cheek as her birthmark, or beauty mark, you could say. Her earrings are little drop down bats with hearts on top, I think. It's very small sculpting, but maybe there aren't hearts. Maybe it's just a bat that's dropped down. I wish that this, instead of being just a plain bead, I wish that was a heart or a little bow. That would have really done it for me. Her lips kind of have a gradient effect. They are more of a like purpley color in the center, and they're a bit pinker on the sides. Her eyes are really pretty. They're purple and pink, majority pink, but then there's little heart reflect in white as well. Working down to her body, should I totally undress this doll? I feel like we don't really need to. I'm gonna leave her in her outfit just to save some time, and I also don't think we really need to compare this doll. I mean, this doll has been released for long enough. You already know what Draculaura's body build is, but I will just show you what the mold is for the underwear in case you're wanting to put her in a skin tight dress. She's wearing these cobweb underwear that all the Monster High dolls wear, so it might show through if you're doing something a little bit tighter on the doll, just like the seam of that, but I think it should be fine. I mean, let's be real, the joint of where her leg meets the torso is probably a larger seam. So let's talk about articulation before we get into the outfit. She's got neck articulation. Oh, I didn't even say. The earrings are transparent pink. That's like not an opaque color, I feel. Let me find out. Yeah, holding it up to the light, they seem a little bit transparent. There's a slight glitter through them as well. I do think they're little bats. Okay, with her body, she has, of course, neck articulation. The G3 Monster High dolls have, I don't know if it's going to be easy to show. They have, yeah, you can kind of see chest articulation. So there's a plate just underneath here that articulates as well. And you can search it up. There's heaps of videos online of people showing redressing the dolls and stuff. I might do it later on. And then also she has points of articulation at the shoulders in all directions. She has elbow articulation, which is quite decent. And she feels quite sturdily built. She also has wrist articulation in all directions, so she can swivel 360 and also go up and down, so you can really get a quite precise pose on this doll, if that's what you're after. And then also with the legs, we've got obviously the regular hip articulation there and also a knee articulation. We don't have a thigh articulation on this doll, and we don't have a ankle articulation. Okay, going back to the actual outfit, she has this like interesting lace kind of inspired collar that also has these beads dropping down, kind of reminds me of pearls, and also feels like a little bit of an inspiration is coming from the G1 version where she has like that lace collar at the top of her dress. I like that this is molded though because, I don't know, it's just like, it feels a little bit like a cage kind of style, and I really like how the hearts are at the ends of the pearl kind of bits hanging down. I like that she also has this black heart in the center there. I don't know if I would have liked that to be a different color. Like if it was hot pink, would it have looked better? I'm not sure. Anyway, her actual dress itself, maybe I will undress her just so that we can like see the plain dress. So we've got this cage. Oh, and the dress is cute. I really like this dress. I love a strapless dress. We've got a black simple bodice that is a little bit angled at the front, comes down a bit. And then we've got this black skirt that has this pink damask kind of pattern. I think I'm saying the right word. Kind of looks like a Monster High Draculaura version of the Haunted Mansion print, if you know what I'm talking about. Then underneath we have this skirt. We've got a little bit of tulle, and then we've got satin, and it's ruffled in a way so that it creates volume at the bottom. I love also how this pleats and goes up around the skirt. It's very birthday Draculaura vibe. Let's show you really quickly because this isn't a difficult doll to undress. That is the chest articulation just under the bust plate there. And I love that the detail of this collar comes all the way around to the back where it drops down at the back as well. I love that. Now this dress that she's wearing is one piece. So this is all, I've got hair everywhere. This is attached to this, which is attached to this. This is all just one piece. And she does have transparent straps. I'm not sure if you can see that is the transparent strap. So as much as it appears strapless, it actually is a strapped dress. So it's not going to fall down. And I think it was actually, sorry, her arms are going over right now. I think it was quite clever of them to put the collar over the top because you can't really see the straps at all through the collar. The collar is opalescent, by the way. There is an iridescence. I'm not sure if it's going to come up on camera, but there's an iridescence to this collar and it looks like it should be transparent. It's kind of an off-white color. It's the same color as the cobweb crown that she's wearing, which I didn't really describe much, but it looks like a cobweb made of pearls. And her bow itself is like a regular pink bow with a heart in the middle and bat wings coming out of it. They're doing a lot of like detailed molding on G3, which I'm really into. Okay, let me just tidy up these pigtails for a second, then we'll discuss the gloves. So I saw pictures where we were worried that the gloves were going to be a different color, and I'm so glad they went with black in the end. I just feel like it's way more cohesive. There is this frilly kind of laced detail here that is at the wrist, and then her hands are just plain black, and they are posed like this. I'm not sure if that's a regular Monster High G3 doll pose. Yeah, not as familiar. Can I take the peg out? Yes. And so I think this should be removable. Yep. And then this is what her hand would look like without the glove. It just looks like she has a black hand. Actually, I'm definitely going to keep the glove on. It does make it that if you have this doll, you'll always want her to wear the gloves because without it, she just has like randomly black hands. I like that you can swap these pieces though. You can take them on and off. So this is how it comes, but you could also swap it to be like this way. I'm not sure which way I prefer, actually. It's kind of fun both ways. This is kind of like, very like, I don't know, it's like coming down over her hand. It feels fun. I'm not sure, actually, which one I prefer. This gives me the vibe of also that she's wearing a long dress. Like if she had long sleeves, this would have been a really nice ending to it. Anyway, let me just swap that back. But yeah, it's just one piece that you can just swap around. And they've done a lot of like molding of this to give it a lacy effect. Like it's tiered and has like a ruched elasticated wrist spot. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's talk about the cage kind of thing that goes over her dress, because it's really a nice piece and I really like this. It's kind of like a rubbery material. It's not rubber, but like it's quite a flexible material. We have a pink majority of it and we have white painted details on the edge. The edge painted details remind me just like icing on a cake, like cream pumped around the edges. The majority of this is like heart swirls on the top, and then the body of this is majority those like icing style piping down the center, and then we have these little pearls going up and around. It's kind of in a style that reminds me of a cobweb, and it has a little clasp at the back that you can just pop together. So those two little pieces just pop together like this. Oops. Like that at the back. So that's how they attach at the back. I'd love to see people use this in different ways, and I love how this looks as like an avant-garde birthday look. Maybe she could wear, I don't know, probably nothing, not nothing underneath, but like something else underneath with just this on top would still look really fun, I think. And so I like how she looks without it, but definitely I think she looks better with it. It adds some more detail, and otherwise her hands kind of blend into her skirt a bit without it. It's really adds some fun though. And then we'll talk about her shoes in a second. We'll go into her accessories. Okay, there we go. Is it back on properly? I love how everything is like snatched to the waist. It really gives like a cohesive look to this birthday outfit. I really like all of the birthday doll outfits, to be honest. Like all of their outfits look quite nice, but Draculaura is my favorite. I was actually a little bit disappointed with Cupid. I don't know, she just didn't come out the way that she didn't speak to me that in a way that I really would desperately want to get her. But, you know, I really like the concept of Cupid. So the possibility of getting a Cupid doll is always there, but no Cupid doll has ever really captured my attention from G3 in the way that G1 Cupid is like just such an icon. Where is this hair coming from? Oh my gosh, I've made such a mess of her ponytails. I can't wait to do a big boil wash for all my dolls. Everyone needs a redo. Everyone needs a touch up, you know. Anyway, let's talk about her shoes. So I don't really have a lot of descriptive words for these shoes. They are strappy, they have bows at the front, they have frills at the front, they have like a swirly design as well. The bows have the same heart and bat wings on them as did her little bow on her head, same bow on both the top and the bottom. And then this is what the back looks like. It's just an open back. I can't remember if these shoes are versatile, like who she can share shoes with, but I'm hoping that her foot is the same size as other G3 dolls, because I'd love to put her in some rainbow high shoes. Ooh, controversial. Oh my gosh, she'd be so fun redressed as rainbow high. But I really like this outfit though. That's the thing, is I'll only buy a doll to keep if I like everything about her, from her clothes to her shoes. Even if it means I redress her, I want to only have clothes that I like as well. It's pretty rare that I get a doll just for the base or just for the outfit. Anyway, let's talk about this heel. Oh my gosh, I never would have noticed this unless I took it off. The bottom of the shoe is a heart for the heel. That's so cute. And there's a pink transparent glitter. The actual main part of the shoe is like opaque and black, but the bottom is like transparent and pink. Kind of the same as the heart, which by the way has like a shimmery effect to it, I just noticed. And it's got this sculpting on the back that they didn't even paint. They only painted the front design, but it is so detailed, the sculpting. Like even the back of this, Mattel does a crazy job. Thanks, Mattel. I actually cannot tell what the molding is on her heels. If someone knows, please let me know in the comments down below, because I don't recognize it. All I recognize is these drips, as they remind me of her original birthday heels that are a cake. But then there's this little piece that is jutting out here, and then there's a dip in here, which makes me feel like this is supposed to be something. Is this a cake that someone's taken a bite out of? Because that looks like a little bite mark. Are these cakes that people have taken nibbles from? I'm not sure. Anyway, let me know if you know what these shoes are supposed to be representative of. And hopefully I can swap her shoes with other shoes from other doll lines so that I can, like, I don't know, I like to change the outfit sometimes, but I feel like this Draculaura is likely to stay in her own outfit just because this outfit is quite cute in my opinion. Let me move her down so that she looks a little less frazzled. Oh my gosh, I didn't even mention that this Draculaura, as does all Draculaura in G3, she has these little like elf ears. She's little pointed ears, which is super cute. I think that's all the details that I want to talk about for Draculaura specifically. Again, she does not come with a doll stand because G3, for some reason, they're not coming with doll stands, which is super disappointing. I'll try and stand her up next to me. Sometimes I'm able to like stand them on their own, but I don't think I'm having much luck with Draculaura, to be honest, to make her stand independently. Kind of frustrating. I wish she did come with a doll stand. That would be much better, especially since Monster High G1 was so iconic for coming with all the doll stands. That is the doll itself. Let's talk through the accessories now. So we'll start from the top and I'll pop them out as we go. First of all, we've got this pink fan. It's very cute. I like that it has a tassel on the end of it. It'll make it easier for the doll to hold. Oh, there's a little bar on the end there. So hopefully Draculaura can just hold her own fan. Let's see how easy it is for her to hold it. If she does this, oops. So the fan is molded on both sides with this heart kind of theme, and it looks like it has a lacy edge. And then again, we've got a little tassel down here, which is super cute if it's going to focus. I'll just pop this into her hand and hopefully she can hold it in front of her face, which will be really pretty. Yeah, oh my gosh, I love that. I'm totally going to display her with the fan. That's really nice. Okay, and then next we have the, I'm assuming what is the invite, or maybe it's a photo. Maybe it's a piece of cardboard, who knows? I feel like it's just a piece of cardboard. In fact, I think it's stuck to the packaging. I don't even think it will pop out. Oh no, it pops out. It's literally just a piece of cardboard, as they've listed it as though it's an accessory, but it's just like a picture of them. It's still cute, but like I would have preferred something like molded. It's not going to focus. Sorry, it's like focusing on my hand. Anyway, it's just a picture of the dolls that are available in this line. Here is her bag, which is so cute. This is probably her best accessory, in my opinion. It is a little bat wing bag. I love how the bat wings have dripping sides on the top of them. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like dripping down the top there. And so we've got little bat wings. The little handles are white and they're like so much like pearls. I really like that. I love how the cake itself, I mean, the bag itself is like a little bit like a cake. It's a heart-shaped cake and it has piping all the way around it with little pink hearts and then a black painted background of a cobweb with 1600 in the dripping font. And it's the same on both sides. So they did put, quite a bit of detail into the paint job of this cute little purse. I think they did a really good job and I love that it's a little dainty heart shape with little bat wings. It's so her. Now the last thing, I believe this is a gift for her because it's got this question mark gift pointing downwards and there's nothing else in the purse. So I mean, nothing else in the box. I'll describe the exterior of this box before I show you what's inside. If there is anything inside, maybe it's just meant for a surprise. Like, you can put something in there for her. We've got the same heart batwing bow as we've seen on one of her earlier accessories. Or maybe not. Maybe this is a slightly different one. Anyway, this is a batwing kind of bow with a heart in the center. We've got a cobweb background. The back is plain, and then the sides have this, like, filigree kind of heart-themed motif swirls all around it. It's a pink coffin box with a black paint job on the front. Oh, what's inside? Oh my gosh, it's a bracelet for her. That's very cute. There's a little 2 prongs in there. I guess it's to hold the bracelet in place. I think it's a bracelet. I'm not sure how she would wear this if it is a bracelet though. Maybe it's meant to be a wristband. It's not a necklace, surely. Unless you swap that out with the white piece. Let me try it in a couple of different places. I might search it up online afterwards and see what I prefer. But here it is as a bracelet. I think it's a bit lost because her glove is black, so you can't really tell the detail on that. It's not my favorite. The bracelet itself is quite interesting. It's like, it's black and it has a little pink scarlet paint in the middle. And then it's got like a little drooping down, like diamonds, I'm assuming, or like pearls. Another one in the center and then another one on the side again, so it's symmetrical. It's very like Monster High themed. It's like gems rather than the pearls that Draculaura has on the rest of her outfit. I feel like this is a shout out also to, in the original one, I think Claude Wolf, like in the boyfriend in the boyfriend. The boyfriend of Draculaura in G1 is Claude, and Claude gifts her with a necklace for her birthday, and I feel like this is a reference to that. So I'm going to put this on her, and then we'll see how it looks with her dress, but I feel like this is supposed to be a necklace. Yeah, what do you reckon, guys? I reckon that's cute as a necklace. It looks like it's dripping down her. That's so cute. She really needs a boil wash. I've been like flinging her around this video so much, but there she is. She's so pretty. She's so cute. She's the best Draculaura in my opinion that they've come out in G3 with. Controversial opinion, but it's mine. Yeah, that's everything I really have to say about her. I've talked about all her accessories. I've talked about all of her outfit pieces and what the base doll herself looks like. That's all I have to say today. Let me give her her bag so that she can like carry that. I feel like I'll display her carrying her purse and the balloon if I can in one hand, and then maybe the fan in the other, so she's like absolutely decked out. I'm not sure which I prefer, if it's going to be that necklace or this one, or if I'll search online and find it's supposed to be something else. I'm hoping you can see the iridescence of this. It's a really cool piece. I actually love this, and I'm excited to play with this on other dolls as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy birthday to Draculaura. Another year of, I don't know how old she's turning now. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a like, comment down below what you'd like to see from me next. Subscribe if you would like to see more from me. You can follow me everywhere at EmilyTitch20. I'm usually active most on YouTube and on Instagram though, but all of my other social medias at like Flickr or Tumblr or Twitter, which I barely ever use. It's EmilyTitch20 everywhere. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you spending this time with me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.